The struggle is real, helping students understand word problems. Students do not like completing word problems because they find them challenging. Students tend to skip right over the word problem, or they try to complete it without reading the problem. They will take two numbers from the problem and do an operation with them to show that they have tried. 65% of the students will complete the problem if I read along and pick out the important information for them. Another 20% will fail no matter what help is offered to them. I start by telling my students they need to come up with a plan. This plan will help them successfully complete the word problem. They should read the entire problem once, go back and underline important information, and lastly, draw a picture that will show what the problem is saying. And the final part of the plan is to solve the actual problem. My audience is made up of students from an urban district. These students come from a lifestyle that might not be the best one. I have 38 girls, 52 boys. 10 of those have IEPs, 5 have 504 plans, and 2 do not speak English. So I need to come up with my plan. So the first part of my plan is to reach every student I have. Every student is different in their own way. So first, I need to make sure that all the students have the prerequisites. So the first thing I need them to do is to be able to read in English at grade level. The next thing I need them to do is know their grade level math facts, which is the biggest issue of all. One math fact that they need to know at this grade level is the order of operations. Order of operations is used in all sorts of problems that we deal with. Once they know their order of operations, that solves one of the biggest problems we have when trying to solve a problem. The next thing they need to know is common math vocabulary. Once they know all these important information, I need to take a survey. This survey will tell me what my kids enjoy. What are their hobbies and what do they like to do on their free time? Once I have this, I could put this information into a word problem. The next thing I need to figure out is what is their real life problems. Their problems might be different from mine based on lifestyle and age. I will also take a survey which will tell me what they struggle with on a daily basis. For some of these students, it might be not reading English. They come from a home that English is not spoken, and they never get taught how to read, either because they came to America at an older age, or they have no one at home that is helping them with the reading. I also will have girls who might have a problem with what shoes they want to wear or what makeup they should buy. These are typical teenage girl problems. However, there's also a lot of boys in the class. Those problems for the boys will be different. Problems at teenagers for boys might be what sport to play, what phone to buy, or who works out the most. These are typical problems that might occur in a teenager. However, some of these teenagers face bigger problems, such as what food they're going to eat tonight, or if they're going to have food at all for dinner, if they're going to get any sleep because they have to stay up watching their sibling because their parents are at work, or if they're going to stay in the same household for the next month because financial issues are a big problem. Once I know the type of problems or hobbies that my students have, I can develop word problems that could relate to them. I can make word problems based on the type of problems they have, or better ones that relate to the type of hobbies they enjoy. I can also modify my problems based on the students I have. For example, the ones that don't speak English, I can make sure that they use their translators on their devices to translate the problem I've written into their native language. This will help them understand what the problem is asking. For my students who have 504 plans or IEPs, I will just keep it simple. The simpler the problem, the easier it will be for them. If I don't put any extra information into the problem, they will be able to complete it on their own. The other way I could modify my word problems are giving options to students. I could give one problem based on sports or another based on makeup, and the students could pick which one they relate to better. Sometimes the guys will pick the makeup, sometimes the girls will like the sports better. All depends on the type of student I'm dealing with. After coming up with this plan and taking a survey, I have realized that one size does not fit all. I cannot give one problem to the entire class and expect every single student to connect to it. Every student is their own unique self, so they are going to want to pick a problem that relates to them the most. So if I give them options, they can do that. However, this does not mean my problem is solved. This is only the first step of having students connect to real-world problems and want to solve them because they can relate to them. If this is the first start of the plan, then my goal is for everyone to connect to at least one problem on their own and solve it correctly. And then I could continue on helping all the rest of the students. And then the world will be a better place because everyone will complete a word problem.